Welcome to lesson number 1 in this 6-part finger drumming breakbeat course. My name is Robert Mathis from the Quest for Groove, and I'm here to teach you how to play a couple of the most famous and most sampled drum beats of all time on your pad controller. And today we're going to play Schoolboy Crush from Average White Band's 1975 album, Cut the Cake. Here's a little demonstration. So for all the newcomers, make sure that you start by watching the introduction video at the top of the course playlist that I'll link to in the card and the description below, because there's some stuff you need to know in order to get the most out of these videos. Alright, let's start out by breaking down the pattern. It's basically just one bar that repeats, and here it is a couple of times slowly. And the only thing we do differently in bar 4 is we hit the snare one extra time in the end with our left hand. And here's an example of me doing that a couple of times in a row. The key to making this beat sound as groovy as possible is that your right hand should not get distracted in any way by the few notes you play with your left hand. So a good approach to start practicing this beat is by first playing the right hand part by itself, like this. And then you gotta really dig into that groove and then add in those left hand kick drum hits and that one left hand snare hit every 4 bars, while still focusing on your right hand and making sure that it does not speed up or slow down all of a sudden when you add in those extra notes. You also might have noticed that the left hand notes add a swing feel to the pattern, and just for reference, I'm going to show you an example of me playing the left hand notes without swing and then with swing so you can hear the difference. A trick that I use to make sure I play the swing notes correctly and groovy is to temporarily switch to a hi-hat for the swing notes. Somehow it's way easier to hear the interaction between the two hands when they're playing the same sound, like this. Notice how I still use my thumb for hitting the left hand hi-hat, and I do this to mimic my kick drum hand motion as much as possible so the feel stays exactly the same. Another way to do this is by simply replacing the kick drum sound on the original kick drum pad with a hi-hat. So you replace this with a hi and then it works as well. That's perfectly fine, whatever works for you. So once you're able to make the hi-hat swing consistently, switch back to the kick and voila, you've nailed the Schoolboy Crush beat. In the next lesson, we'll turn up the difficulty a little bit and play a song by James Brown called Funky President. And yeah, I really hope you'll join me again for that one. For now, good luck practicing and goodbye.